Ellsworth Raymond Johnson, famously known as Bumpy Johnson, was born on October 31st, 1906 in Charleston, South Carolina. His early life was deeply affected by racial tensions. In 1916, his brother Willie was accused of killing a white man. To avoid the risk of lynching, Willie was sent to Harlem to live with his sister Mabel. In 1919, Bumpy joined him in New York. Bumpy's initial jobs included sweeping floors and selling newspapers, but he quickly delved into the world of gambling, becoming adapted to a hustling pool and shooting dice. This path soon led into burglary. The nickname Bumpy originated from a prominent bump on the back of his head. Johnson attended Brooklyn's Boys High and later enrolled in City College as a pre-law major. However, his academic journey was cut short. At 19, he was arrested for burglary. He served 7 years in prison. In 1932, after being paroled, Johnson began his career in organized crime as an enforcer for Harlem's numbers runner, Madam Stephanie St. Clair. She needed protection in her turf war against Jewish-American mobster Arthur Dutch Schultz, who had begun encroaching on her operation post-prohibition. Johnson's involvement was pivotal, and after St. Clair retired, she handed over her operation to him. Johnson's influence extended into Harlem's nightlife. He was befriended by celebrities such as boxing champion Sugar Ray Robinson, tap dancer Bill Bojangle Robinson, and singer Cab Calloway, Bill Holiday, and Lena Horne. A ladies' man, Johnson maintained a relationship with writer and former Vanity Fair managing editor Helen Lorenzen. However, he was also a dedicated family man, raising his grandchild, Margaret Johnson, born in 1950, as his daughter. He pampered her with chauffeur limousine rides to private schools and extravagant birthday parties. In 1952, Johnson was indicted for narcotic trafficking. After being released on a $22,500 bail in 1954, he turned himself in to New York police to begin a 15-year sentence. He had filed and lost an appeal accusing prosecution witness of perjury. He was sent to Alcatraz, where he became an inmate number 1117. Alcatraz, known as The Rock, was notorious for his escape-proof reputation. During his time there, Johnson is believed to have facilitated the June 11, 1962 escape of 3 men by arranging for a boat to pick them up once they reached the San Francisco Bay. Upon his release in 1963, Johnson returned to Harlem to a hero's welcome. Determined to go legitimate, he opened a palmetto exterminating business. In 1965, Johnson orchestrated a sit-in at the local police station to protest police surveillance. He was charged with and later acquitted of refusing to leave the station. In 1967, he was arrested for drug trafficking after a brief chase, but also searched of his vehicle yielded no evidence. He was released on a $50,000 bond. On July 7, 1968, Johnson suffered a heart attack while dining at Harlem's Well restaurant with his childhood friend, Finley Hoskins. He was taken to a Harlem hospital where he was pronounced dead from congestive heart failure. His last meal consisted of chicken legs, grits, and coffee. Johnson's funeral was held on July 11th at St. Martin's Church on 122nd Street on Lenox Avenue. He was buried at Woodlawn Cemetery in the Bronx. His life, marked by both criminal infamy and community influence, remains a significant part of Harlem history.